Hello again, and welcome to all the crackers in the box. Today we are going to look at another good find at the thrift store and an update on my shawl. Please sit back and spend some time looking at pretty yarn with me. So I thought that I would be done this shawl by now. However, life sometimes has other plans. As mentioned in my last video, my youngest was very sick. Turns out she had a case of croup. He needed to call an ambulance and rush her to the emergency room. She couldn't breathe. I was able to get part of a row done while we were in there after we were waiting for the medicine to see if it worked, which helped me keep my cool facade of inner strength for her. She's okay now, being her usual funny self with a small cough. Yesterday she wasn't doing great, but today she's being herself again. I am so grateful and humbled by the first responders and the overworked staff at the hospital. One of the ER nurses hadn't had a break since 10 a.m., and this was well after 6 p.m. I thanked everyone involved as much as I could, and I could tell they were not used to being thanked, and I am so sad for that. Anyhow, let's talk about my happy place, yarn. So for this shawl, I am down to 6 rows, long rows of mostly double crochet. I have one or more color change into the dark gray and picot edgings. Then I'm going to have to block it, and I have never tried to do that before, so this is going to be a new adventure. I'm much happier with the change of pattern. The color changes are less of an eyesore to me anyways. The change with the darker pink and white was the hardest for me. I just color controlled through this project to try to keep the simple yet elegant design working along with the beautiful yarn that I used. I'm excited and nervous about giving this away as a gift. I love it, but I keep worrying that it won't be enjoyed. That's, however, all in me. I'm sure she will like it. I asked her which colorway to use. So now, I'm thinking about another project that is going to be bigger. It's not so much a project that I'm going to be working on, maybe. My mother made a shawl using Hobie's Sultan Shadow. Number 17, Black Indigo. We went with a free pattern called All Souls, which has become a bit difficult to find a written pattern. We found a video that she followed. Unfortunately, though, neither one of us is overly pleased with the end product, so it has been left in almost finished limbo. We have been back and forth on what to do. Neither one of us wants to completely scrap the whole thing. I have wanted this pattern since before I even decided to pick up a crochet hook. It's one of the things that got me into thinking about trying crochet. Now we have found some variations on skull patterns on Etsy, with some skull doilies that we might have to make for my love of Halloween. She started this shawl for someone else and realized the person would most likely not appreciate the effort and most likely just ruin it. I would love for her to remake it for me. However, it would need to be larger. We're discussing maybe making it into a longer vest type. First, I would have to split the ball in half, meaning separating the 4 strands into 2 balls of 2 strands. Then I would get the bright idea of maybe not using this yarn at all. Maybe I want this pattern using Hobie's Halloween limited edition yarn, Dahlia Halloween, number 01, Freaky Nightmare, or as my daughters refer to it, Fire Yarn. I'm not going to save my good yarns for another day. I want to use them. I didn't get them just to have them for show. I want to make something to wear and get rid of some of the ugly big girl clothes I have in my closet. I'm going to continue to think on this one. I have 4 cotton cakes in various colorways to choose from, and I love them all. Either way, I'm going to have something wearable in a beautiful cotton cake with skulls. That is goals. I I am hoping that my mother will make it like she made my lovely shrug for Christmas, mostly made from Hobie's Carnivals. Number 5 Copenhagen, 17 Berlin, and touches of 06 Aalborg, and 18 Salvador, and some small scraps of blues and grays from other projects we have had around the house. With an amazing vintage unique button to help close it, I love this shrug. It's my colors, warm and super cozy. I've worn it out shopping and whatnot. I'm so comfortable, and that's all that counts. The carnival yarns have an amazing texture and shine. I do have to add another button as I've lost some weight, so it is hanging a bit funny. I put one on last week when we went to Walmart. That was last week, right? However, it turned out not to be big enough, so it kept draping. I might have to block it as I feel like it's stretching more than I would like. Moving on to the latest yarn haul from the thrift store. This place has become a gold mine for yarn for me. This time, my husband scored 3 bags that I'm very excited for. And then we added another 2 the next day, so in total we'll have 5 separate bags in this video. I have mentioned a couple videos ago that I'm needing to get more white. I have a tiny amount, and being that I like to be able to get amigurumis going at any given time, I like to have as many basic colors around to do at least get started while I'm excited about a new project. Once started, I will have to finish. I hate leaving things unfinished. Anyways, he found a bag with 1 white ball in the whole bag. It was marked for $4. It really looked like Super Saver, which is $5.60 or something brand new at Walmart. This ball looked to be about half used. I wasn't about to have him grab that ball, but this bag of white was $2. I'm not joking, $2. Let's take a closer look. First up, we have Bernay Little Tots. Comes with a free pattern on the label. Little Tots has a unique baby yarn with roving core and bouche twist, giving it a textured look and feel. This was quoted from the website of www.yarncanada.ca. From what I can gather, this yarn has been discontinued. I found lots of listings for it, but they were out of stock. We are a medium 4 weight, 100 grams or 3.5 ounces, approximately 190 yards or 173 meters, 5mm knitting and 5mm crochet, 95% acrylic, 5% nylon. I was considering maybe this would be great with my mystery yarns, but I'm actually leaning towards an amigurumi. When I find the right pattern, I will know. This one is unmarked. However, the shape is really lending itself to be pretty easy to track down. I am almost totally certain that this is some Auntie Lydia's Jumbo yarn size 10. My mom has some of Auntie Lydia's, and so do I. The shape of the ball, and being that there isn't any cardboard, had my mom thinking it was from Europe. The stats on this yarn are 2,730 yards or 2,496 meters. Crochet thread weight 10. Fiber content 100% mercerized cotton. 3 ply. 2 to 2.25 millimeter knitting needle. 1.6 millimeters to 2.25 millimeter crochet hook. I am pretty certain that I have guessed correctly. At this point, I'm kind of having fun trying to figure out what these mystery yarns are. This little white cake looks so familiar. I think this little cake is what is left over from the discontinued all-white Karen cotton cake. I can find vague listings for an all-white cake, mostly on eBay. On the Michaels website, it takes me to these multicolored cakes like the one I already have. These have the same thickness, same sheen, and this really feels exactly the same. Medium 4 weight, 60% cotton, 40% acrylic. 250 grams, 8.8 ounces. 530 yards, 485 meters. 4.5 millimeter knitting and 5 millimeter crochet. Machine, wash and dry. I think this is going to get put with this bigger cake. I still might have to get another one or two to make it a nice size wearable for myself. I love the way this yarn feels. Now, this last ball in this bag was actually a cream. I'm not upset, being that this other bag of 3 more yarns appear to all be the same kind. There you are. So that means I have 4 of Bernay satin. Looking at Walmart.com, some of these are now discontinued. This lavender colored one over here is called Mai Tai, discontinued. The dusty blue one right here is called Teal, if you can believe that. The cream one is called Linen, which is discontinued. The white, is aptly called Snow. First thoughts, a slight sheen and very smooth. I like the colors, and this will be some fun yarn to work with. Medium 4 weight, 100% acrylic. 100 grams or 3.5 ounces. 5 millimeter knitting or 5 millimeter crochet. Machine wash and dry, worsted weight. I'm in love with the colors, and that is why my husband wanted to grab this for me. He felt there was an ocean vibe to the yarn, and I agree. I have to say this yarn is soft. Marble Chunky yarn from James C. Brett is a versatile knitting option that comes with unique color mix to create distinctive patterns and designs. Made from premium acrylic, this yarn will give your latest project a lovely marble texture, and it's also machine washable at low temperature, according to www.ajantastudios.co.uk. James C. Brett Marble Chunky is a bulky acrylic yarn that's easy to care for and knits up fast. Available in big 200-gram balls and gorgeous marble shades, you'll get value for this yarn. The soft texture with a slightly velvety feel allows it to drape beautifully, making it perfect for shawls, hats, blankets, mittens, scarves, sweaters, and other garments. Machine washable according to yarncanada.ca. Weight 5, bulky. Ball weight 7.5 ounces or 200 grams. Ball length 341 yards or 312 meters. Suggested needle 6 millimeter. Suggested crochet hook 6 millimeter. 2 is 6.5 millimeter. Contact 100% acrylic. 7.51 pounds sterling to Canadian funds would be $12.78. Also sold out on ajantastudios.co.uk. On yarncanada.ca website on sale for $14.40, down from $15.99 Canadian. However, the colors seem to be different, more greenish according to the picture. Side-R Snuggly Double Knitting Spicy Pink. Okay, hello, talk about fancy. Super soft, was bought at a fancy yarn store in my local area. This yarn is made in Turkey. Side-R Snuggly DK is a baby yarn that's super soft on baby skin. This cuddly, non-irritating yarn is a blend of nylon, acrylic, making it durable, long-lasting, and machine washable, according to yarncanada.ca. A beautiful classic double knitting yarn, which has always been incredibly popular. This versatile yarn has a heritage going back to 1980, when it was first launched, and Side-R have now made some improvements. They have increased the wool content to 30%, making the yarn feel soft and knit beautifully, according to bestwoolshop.co.uk. And being that I know nothing about this company, and apparently it is pretty well known, and I haven't heard anyone talking about it, let's find out from their website what they're about. Started back in 1880 and based in the UK, Side-R is a family-run company that designs and manufactures quality yarns. Side-R is UK market leader in hand knitting yarns, as well as having some growing presence in export markets, most notably in USA, the UK. Side-R now also distributes all Side-R, DMC, and Wool and the Gang products, making the company the premier destination for needle crafting. Super interesting. These are amazing pink beauties. They are 50 grams or 1.76 ounces, 179 yards or 165 meters, 55% nylon and 45% acrylic. Double DK weight, 4mm knitting and 4mm crochet. Machine wash, wool cycle. If your washing machine does not have a wool cycle, use the cold water wash or wash cycle for delicates. Use a neutral, mild detergent that is preferably wool mark recommended. Look for the wool mark symbol in the packet. It is recommended that garments are flat dried after washing. Berico Vintage Baby in orange. Okay, I want to say this is more of a burnt umber, but I absolutely love burnt umber. Burn away, baby. Berico Vintage is a worsted weight, machine washable, super durable yarn. A mix of wool and acrylic with a touch of nylon makes it easy to care for and great for all types of kids and adult projects. With an incredibly soft feel, this yarn is perfect for clothing and accessories made to last. I don't know this company, so right from their website, the story begins in early 1800s, when Warren Wheelock's great-great-great-grandfather, Jerry Wheelock, joined the Daniel Day Mill, located in Uxbridge, Massachusetts. This mill was one of the first in fledgling United States to produce woolen cloth. He began an enterprise that would grow and change, enduring over 6 generations. In 1905, Stanley Wheelock established Stanley Woolen Mills. The firm survived the Great Depression, 2 world wars, and weathered the changing times and demands in the world of textiles. In 1968, the Wheelock family formed a new hand-knitting subsidiary. The family, named Stanley, was combined with the first syllables from the last name of 2 sales agents, Burr from Burr Glass and Rowe from Rosenberg, and Co. for company, resulting in Berico. With that, the company, not the man, Stanley Berico, was born. In 1980, Stanley Berico was reestablished by Warren Wheelock and his wife Caroline as Berico, Inc. This new firm grew to become one of the largest importers and wholesalers of the hand-knitting yarns, patterns, and suppliers in the United States and Canada. Its range of specialty yarns are imported from countries all around the world, including the United Kingdom, Switzerland, Germany, France, Italy, Turkey, Romania, Brazil, and Peru. In addition to its yarns, Berico publishes an extensive range of books and patterns for both knitting and crochet. Now operating on the site of the old Lonsdale Cotton Mill, in brackets 1904, in North Smithfield, Rhode Island, Berico continues the family tradition, providing quality textiles by continually adapting to the changing needs of the time. I really found that super fascinating. I have never really heard of this company. This looks and feels amazing. It's not as soft as the pink that we were just looking at, but this is I'm really excited to try this. I am slightly allergic to wool, or so I thought. I'm not getting any itchiness or anything like that, and I have rubbed it on my face. I'm not showing myself on camera because I am still a little sick, and I haven't felt any itchies. Very interesting. Made in Peru. Ball weight is 1.75 ounces or 50 grams. The length is 145 yards or 133 meters. Crochet needle size is 6, 4 millimeter for the crochet. 52% acrylic, 40% wool, and 8% nylon. Yarn wash info. Machine wash, inside out, in cold water, gentle cycle, tumble dry, on low. Once again, thank you for joining me here at Other Crackers in the Box. Hopefully my excitement for new yarn, finishing projects, and new yarn, new to me anyways, has helped your day be a little brighter. Thanks for sharing a few minutes with me. Have a great rest of your day.